Hi guys, Cindy here. So today is nail day. I'm just trying to finish the prep. I got those old nails off, which 3 weeks to me I think is just way too long to have the same stuff on your nails. I'm going to use this 123 Go E-Nail Couture Eternal Beige Coffin, although I'm going to cut them down because they're way too long. Because I don't have time right now to do any decorating. So I just want to see how they look just plain. Right now I've already picked out my nails and sized them and, somewhat prepared my natural nail. I still got to do a primer and a base coat. And I was thinking of a little bit of gel underneath too, but maybe not. I'm going to use all my E-Nail Couture products that I've got, and I need to make another order. I wasn't going to do any more orders. I was a little irritated at him because I had some time where I was watching him do someone's nails, but I think it was a few weeks ago, so it wasn't a brand new video. And he was kind of making fun of competitors and customers and saying stuff like, well, someone had complained that someone else got them their products in just a week. And so he was saying, well, it's because they were losers or something like that. He said he's got so many customers. Well, no, it doesn't matter how many customers you have. If you got enough staff, he doesn't have enough staff to get the orders out. That's what's going on. And he doesn't want to pay anyone else, I'm sure. So it's not so much that, I do think he's got good products, but he does definitely have an attitude about him. So I'm turning it off, swapping this out, and put that little teeny tiny one in because that's too big for the nail. I still have not pulled out the brand new drill. Yeah, and I did get some new products. I got some jelly. I bought a kit off Amazon, jelly nails, but it's still that azure. They're the little. I didn't open them yet, but when I look at them, they're in the same packaging like you would get from Wish. But that's okay. Well, I got some Beetles, a red, white, and blue set that I want to do, but I'm going to wait a little bit closer to the 4th because, like, if I do it now, then I'll be sick of red, white, and blue, and so I want to wait to use that. This here is Dr. Pepper with cream soda. I found that at Walmart last week or a couple weeks ago. Okay, so let's try to clean off our nails a little bit. I've already done it some. And this is what they look like. This is my little injured nail. We are going to put a nail on it today. We're going to do it super duper short. This here nail, this one's a little bit shorter underneath the thing. This is one of those, I think, that got injured by the place in the mall. And it had a little slit down in it. And so anyway, we're just going to keep them short and be careful. This left hand's a little bit harder because I use my mouse with my left hand a lot. You'd think the right hand would be harder, but I think that mouse is harder on your hands than you realize because you're always touching, putting pressure on it. So we're going to try to keep those extra short. And this thumb was sore this week, and it was the last couple of weeks from using the mouse. So we're going to try to keep those not even try to make them long. What I usually do is try to get them as long as I can and file them down. But we're going to just go ahead and up front try to make them a little shorter. And maybe we can keep these tips on a couple of weeks. But I think 3 weeks was just pushing it. I don't want it to get all that old gel and stuff off my nails. Okay, so what do we do now? Primer. So I don't know how much primer I got left. We don't want to waste. So we're trying to use all, and this is air dry primer. Okay, just do that. I figured a lot of times I have all this stuff done before I tape, but I figured since I'm not going to try to decorate, we could go ahead and do some of it. And if we decide to decorate Monday, I'm on PTO, and I might take it, I might decorate then. So, another good reason I was telling my husband not to go to the salons, if someone breaks out with that virus, whether you're sick or not, if they have proof that you was at that salon, you have to force quarantine, and that could really infect you financially if that you have to take off work without pay. If you don't have a job that they'll let you work from home or something. So we just need to do our own nails. My feet look awful. I need to do those too. I mean, they're not as bad as they were. But okay. So we've got that. Now this little base coat. Let's see what I got down here. I do have some nail couture stuff. I needed to get it out. I got some e-shiny. I don't think that'll go for base coat, but we'll use it for our top coat. And I got some a pink. I don't know that I want to use that on the base coat. I don't know if it goes for base coat or not, so I'm not going to use it. I don't want to waste it. So we'll just use regular base coat that I pick out. Anyway, this is it. It came from Wish, or it came from a kid. It came from something. And like the lamp. We only have to cook this like 30 seconds, though. So, but I let this little finger rest over 2 weeks with nothing on it. So hopefully that will help it. And then we will keep the nail cut extra short because, and you guys, do y'all watch this? Her name's Stacy Diaz. She does these videos kind of where she goes and gets her nails done by nails techs. I watch them a lot. Anyway, she also has a line where she sells little costume jewelry and, merch and stuff like that too. I think that's her only job. But anyway, so she's not been able to get her nails done, and so then she went to Florida where the nail tech places were still open, and she spent like, oh my goodness, about 160. And granted, they were nice and they were long. She likes long nails. These were not as long as some of the ones that she's had in the past. But then after just a couple of days, she broke the thumb off, and it broke it off bad where it was bleeding and stuff like that. But anyway, so if you kind of like watching people get their nails done and having them talk, and she'll tell you the price and stuff, you might like her videos, but you don't actually get to watch a whole lot of it getting done. I mean, she might film a little bit of it, but not always, because maybe the nail tech doesn't want to be filmed, or just something like that. Some of them will let her film a little bit, but a lot of them don't. But she basically showing you, talking to you, kind of like what I do. So she's got a lot more interesting stuff to say. And then she'll go to the place, and then, you might get to get inside the place, and maybe not. You never can tell. So, but if you like those kind of videos, she'd be fun. She does some lifestyle videos, too. I'm not as crazy about those, but I'm sure she's got a following for everything she does. This is running low. I'm going to have to do another order with... I need to probably, next payday, go ahead and place it because they take a long time to get here. Okay. Stick that in. And then, what else we got? Now, I'm thinking that might be good enough. I could put some gel on it too, but since you guys are waiting, that takes like a minute for each hand. Y'all don't want to wait for me to do that. And plus, I might get tired of this eternal beige. I need to take it out sooner. So I don't know. I think the poly gel will be good enough. Okay, so I'm going to stick it on with my Crystal Clear Nail Couture Happy Gel. And I'm going to be super careful not to get any alcohol or acetone on it. And so we're just going to get started. Oh, I'm going to plug in the other lamp. Because this one here is hard to, you can't get your whole hand in it. So this one's kind of easy for me to use. Oh, there we go. Hope y'all had a good week. Mine's been okay, I guess. I can't say everything that I feel. Okay, I'm going to put that in the back. We don't want to get sticky. So, I probably got a little bit too much because we just want just a little bit. The more you put on, the harder it is to get off. And I like to put a little bit on the nail and on the tip. This little teeny tiny one's harder to do because there's just not much nail bed anymore. But it's growing, and if we have to leave it off another 2 weeks, we will. I do think it kind of helped it to leave it off. It kind of toughened it up. And as long as I'm not letting these get too long, they should be just fine and dandy. See if we can get this. Hope I didn't get them too big. But they say it's better to go too big than too little. This is just a little flash curl here. It's kind of hurt my back twisting like that. Someone else that I saw, let's see how this looks. Did it flip up any? I think it'll be okay. Before I get a chance to get this pulled, I got me some new tweezers. These are some new clippers. We'll see how these goes. These are flat top, so they're supposed to be good. Pull out the trash can. And I know I definitely like their tweezers, except I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to cut the sides a little bit. We cannot, and this is kind of crooked a little bit, but that's okay. Once I cut it off, it'll be fine. Unless I want to take it off and redo it. Which I don't think I need to be putting that kind of pressure on my nail. We'll just cut it. It'll be fine. I just have to be careful with the others. See how it's kind of sideways? You know, they're kind of hard to get them straight. It's just always something, isn't it? And what about this? Is it down good? We're just gonna, we're not gonna worry about this one because he might not stay all week anyway. Got these new clippers, and I'm still using the old ones. Maybe not. So, I'm thinking about doing these coffities. Another thing too, I think the little pointers are harder for me to try to type with. See, I don't think that one's too long. And I might could do the other one a little bit longer. And it's got a little bit of gap down here at the bottom. It'll probably be okay. That might be one we have to redo, but it's probably going to be okay. This was just hard to fit because we don't have much of a nail bed. Okay. Good enough. Okay, let's do the other pinky. Get that over with. The pinkies are my least favorite. And another thing I did, I pulled a little bit bigger nails maybe than I usually do. I was hoping they would fit better because a lot of times on the small, when they get smaller, they just don't fit good at all. Especially if you've got that layer of gel underneath it, but you know, I didn't do a layer of gel this time. But they did not seem too big whenever I was doing them. It just seemed like it was bigger. I think these pinkies I used a size 9. I think that's what it was. It might not have been. I'm pretty sure it was not 6. And I know it wasn't 10 or 11. Those are like way too small. Okay. To me, the pinkies are some of the hardest ones to do because they're so tiny. Especially like when I did my little grand girl's nails. Okay. Hold that down. Cook for a minute. Hold it down some more. But anyway, there's been a couple times that say she's actually done her own nails, but she just sort of sits and talks like I do. She's not really a tutorial. I can't really do a tutorial yet because I don't have the filming stuff down yet. Boy. So this finger to me looks a whole lot better than this one, but this is the problem one, so that's okay. Maybe by the time I get the top coat on it, it'll be fine. There's my tweezers. Here they are. And this one here, I don't think I'll have to cut him down as much. And it seems on pretty good. See, this one did a whole lot better. It's down where this one, but anyway, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and cut some of this off. We don't want too injured nails. I think it was like some E-nail couture nails that I was wearing when I got it injured that time. I think I had done the Eternal Beige that were a little bit longer, and you know, I just kind of wanted to keep them kind of long, and that's what I'd done because they were just so pretty. And I've learned my lesson about that. Okay, try to cut the sides off. It's not wanting to cut on me. There we go. That side's cut a little bit too much. It's hard doing your own nails. I mean, cutting them on you. And then if you try to cut them first, they're just too little. I think, anyway. Anyway, it's not the best job, but by the time we get it filed and stuff, it'll be fine. Okay. Now the next nail be this one here. This bottle's lasted me a long time. How many ounces is it? It is 60 grams, 2 ounces. So I've done a whole bunch of nails with it. I typically just do my nail couture nails. I don't do the off-brand nails. On the off-brand or the other brands, I'll use something else. And I guess these lamps, I guess they don't last us forever like we think, because someone asked Max a question about when do you know to get a new lamp, because he's got some new snazzy lamps now. And they said, when your other one quits cooking good, or what did he say? Quits, I don't know, curing good. I think that's what he used. Okay, let's see if we can do this one. Alrighty, so that one's on a flash cure. It looks fine. Let's do the next one. These bigger nails go a lot easier for me. And another person I saw today, I can't remember her name because I'm not subscribed to her. And I don't know if she's got 2 channels or if she changed the name of her main channel. But she does these wildflowers, and she has some tips, but they're just plastic. They're not gel. Of course, according to her, even the gel tips are just plastic. It's all gel. I mean, it's all plastic. Oh. And anyway, what I was saying about her, I saw a little tutorial. Yeah, I guess it was a tutorial today. And she had a lot better camera and stuff. And she's a professional nail tech too. So what she was doing was she had these tips, some competition style tips. And she had a special way. She trimmed them. It seemed a lot of work to me. She had them all trimmed up where they kind of just, she had her own nails cut down short, which that's fine. I don't like mine growing out long underneath these anyway. You know, this has got a little blue spot on it. I don't know if it's glitter or what. But anyway, so she showed a method about how she had it trimmed up to just sort of bump up against her nails, not on top or anything. And so like you had to do some serious trimming on that nail, and said take your time. So like if you was a nail tech and had a client, that would take a lot of time. But anyway, then she like put a thing of gel on her nails, or a little layer of gel, and then she bumped that up together, and she put nail over both of them, the natural nail and this nail, and then she cooked it, and then she just sort of bent the tip of squeezed the tip and tore it off, which wasn't very strong if you could just squeeze it and tear it off. And then I don't think she painted it. If she did, I didn't watch it that long. But then she said she didn't know how long it was going to last or something. I'm thinking, you need to get that all worked out. And uh-oh, that's crooked for sure. But anyway, it's on there now. I'll just have to shape the side of it where it doesn't look so crooked. See what I did? It's crooked. Anyway, we'll just shave it. We're cutting a lot of it off. It won't look so bad. That's the way it is when you do your own nails. But this way, you can do them as often as you want. You don't have to have an appointment. You don't have to wait in line. It doesn't cost you any more than having them done. And you don't have to worry about any person calling you up saying that so-and-so has got COVID-19, and so you was at that nail salon at the same time there was, so that you got to quarantine for 2 weeks at your own expense. So I really wish I hadn't done that crooked. But I think it'll be okay once I trim it. This one's wanting to go crooked too. No, it's wanting to go crooked in the other direction. Yeah, I'm wondering if I ought to take that one off. But I don't want to ruin the nail. I don't want to waste the nail. It's pretty crooked. But I think it'll be okay. If it's not, we'll just do them next week again. What do y'all think? I tore it off. I didn't want it crooked. Okay, so we got this on. We're going to try to use the file off some of that bulk. And we're going to try to do it again. That little pinky, that was different. It was going to stay really short. I'm still using this old drill. Oh, it's not that old. Oh, let's get this guy out of the way. I've had it less than a year, and I'm not a professional, so I only just use it on myself. I don't think this will take very long. We don't have to get it all off, just get some of the bulk off. Okay, good enough. I just wasn't going to be able to rest with that. Then I still got plenty on this now. So we're just going to use what we had left on the brush from the last nail. Just do a little dab more. And that will be just fine. I prefer that than having a crooked nail. There's a little piece of glitter or something. We'll try this again. Push it down. Something about that nail, I was wanting to do that one crooked too. Make it straight. Hold it down. Push it down. And another thing I've done, I went ahead and got a 3 months to Maniology. Although they haven't sent me my first kit yet, which is fine. This is what they look like so far. But the other people that I've seen online that's got the July kit, for my first kit, I don't know if that's going to work out much because they've got this light color. Come on, squeeze out. They've got this light color, like a whitish color that's real pretty and everything, but for your first one, you know, it's not like I'm a returning customer. I'm going to have trouble with that. And then they have a pretty blue color, and so, I mean, I think it's going to be pretty, but we'll see. And so we can do some nail stamping. Because that foil gets to be such a mess. Well, not that stamping won't be a mess too. Okay. Push this in. Trying to get it off from the top. Make sure it's straight. Push in. My hands are kind of dirty. This one here wants to kind of ride up a little bit. Might have to redo this on another one. I guess it's straight. Let's cook it a little bit more. Alrighty. Anyway, so there's this lady, and I forgot what her login is. It's something Gwen35 or something like that. She's the one I used her coupon code, and it was like $5 off your first, which some of them had better codes, I think. But I didn't find that out until after I placed my order. But so I ended up ordering a 3-month subscription because you get a little bit better price. And you know, just 1 month is not enough to tell whether you're going to like it or not. And I did order some, they suggested some top coat and something else. So I did that. And that's all I ordered. And now I'm waiting on it to come. I was hoping it'd be here this weekend, but it's not. This little pointer finger here, it's kind of shaped different than some of the others, and he does want to ride up a lot, so I have to really watch when I do those. the nail bed's kind of shaped a little bit. It's not the same shape. The other fingers are a little bit more flatter. And this one will definitely, it kind of wants to ride up, like kind of float up where part of my nails at the bottom. I've had that happen more than once. Okay, just 2 more nails. And these are the big thumbnails. The bigger ones are easier to do. I use the 0 for my thumbs. Alrighty, let's get this on good. Make sure that that one's straight too. For people that's used to nails, I don't think these are too terribly long. If you don't have to tie for anything. You know, it's probably a real good pretty length. And then they've got a nice pretty curve. The last one. But I've got plenty of nails. I think what I need to order from Max is, you know, base top, cop coat, primer. I've still got plenty of polygel too, so I don't know if I need any of that. Alrighty. Who was it? Someone else did a tutorial. I can't remember now. I think it was that, you know, that guy from Young Nails. Oh, I know what it was. He was showing you how to use look like a nail tip, look like a full cover nail tip to kind of make you a gel tip, kind of like what I'm doing here, except he pulled it up halfway up the nail, and then you had to be careful because this was gel too. It wasn't polygel. And then he'd snap it off, you know, which could be good, maybe, except that then he had you go ahead and do like the overlay on the rest, and I'm just thinking, that is an awful lot of work, especially like if you're a nail tech and that's how you make your living. I mean, you know, why not just slap a tip on? I guess because some people might consider these tips, or, you know, press-ons or something. They don't consider them real nails. Or, you know, these look prettier than I thought they would look. Even just the plain color. Especially in the layout, they've got kind of a pink color to them. Okay. I'm going to do that thumb. Okay, now I'm going to do all of the nails for a good full minute. Uh-oh. no, we just leave that plug there. And I can stick both the hands at the same time. We'll say 60 with both hands. A good 60 seconds, as long as they're showing. I should have covered my poly gel. It's not near the lamp. It's okay. It's beside the lamp. Cover these a full 60 seconds. May have to do 30 more seconds too after I cuff up my poly gel. So, I'm just not in the mood to decorate today. I need to go shopping and stuff like that. And I'm kind of I'm not very good at decorating. That's a big determinant factor. That's one of the reasons I, signed up for manuology. Maybe we can get good at stamping. Alright, so I'm going to close up my poly gel. And I'm going to take the alcohol and wipe off this brush. I've got me some more brushes. I just hadn't opened them. That's what it is. You'll get your new towels or something, and you just keep using the same old ones. So that's not a mess. Now I'm going to go ahead and do 30 seconds more, just to be safe. Especially me. After I start cutting, I don't want mine to snap off when I'm cutting. Okay, so let's see about, we got the pinkies cut down. One of them's pretty short and it's going to stay that way. I might trim this side up just a little bit. Put the trash can over here. Make it a little bit more coffin-y on this one side. This is one I was kind of crooked on. If I don't like it Monday, I might pull that one off and redo it. This one here was kind of shaped. I'm going to cut the tip of that off a little bit more. The pinkies don't have to be gone. Especially that way it'll match the other pinky a little better. I'm not doing very good clipping. It's just hard doing your own. So it's kind of a cockeyed, coffin-y going on there. Okay, so now then these, maybe all we'll have to do is just kind of cut the top off a little bit. I wish there was a little bit more coffin-y, but I'm going to cut these about half off. Here. There we go. Even he, not just him, everyone, they have the ballerinas, but basically all they've done was take the coffin and make them shorter. They're not any, there's not tapered really to fit a true coffin. So like if you're going them short, even the ballerina, it's not really a good, pretty shape where it's small at the tip. So you have to try to either live with it that way where they're still sort of square, or try to taper it a little bit more yourself. Come on now. There we go. I'm thirsty. See how when you cut these off, they're squared. They're not coffin-y anymore. And even the ballerina is not that much different. Because I bought the ballerina. They're just not, and I probably would have wore those except that I wanted the beige color. So I don't have to paint. I can just do a top coat. So now this is what they look like chopped off, not ballerina anymore. Just pretty square. So maybe, hopefully we won't regret this, we might kind of trim the sides up a little bit. That's another reason I got these. They're not curved, they're kind of flat, is so that I could shape them up a little bit more. There we go. I'm not cutting that much off the edge. Just a little bit off the side. This one's kind of hard to do. Okay. See how this hand is? They're just square. There is just no cutting them down. So I guess, it doesn't really matter. You have to learn how to cut them yourself a little bit. I have a lot of little fragments here. That one's not very coffin-y. Okay. Be careful, don't cut your finger. Almost just did. So, does anyone know, does every state, to do nails, do you have to have your nail tech license? Of course, right now, with people scared of COVID, anyone that's worried about being forced quarantine is not going to want to risk it. Although, we have a lot of nail salons in Joplin, and I see a bunch of cars around them. Even the last few weeks since they've opened up, I've seen a bunch of cars. So there's people going. A lot of people here, they don't do their own nails. They just go have them done. They don't do them. They consider that me time, which I don't blame them. I just had, really not really saving much money, if any, doing your own. I've just had a lot of bad jobs done, and so to me, I would rather just do them. Kind of eyeball these. Doing a little bit more. This right hand's a little harder to do. Uh-oh, I've done too much on that one. That's okay, I'll be cutting it shorter. Okay, so I pulled out a brand new file instead of trying to use those old ones. You know, waste not, want not. Let's see. Thin these up just a little bit. Okay, let's try to file these a little bit. And I'll probably have to do more. I do have a buffing block, but I'll have to go another room behind it. But one of these sides 100 and 180, so this is pretty mild. My injured finger. I did not like going nailless, but I wasn't going to put a nail on just that one, and it was still kind of oozing and stuff. It's just really just sort of got tough enough to make me feel like, okay, I can put another nail on there again. But I'm going to have to be super careful typing, not to be banging it. Okay, let's do the top a little bit. These are still kind of long, but that's okay. That's okay. I can cut them, I can file them down since I'm not decorating them. I can file them down at the keyboard. And then maybe Sunday or Monday, when I'm off on PTO, we can put some decoration on there. Okay, these are almost done. Let me wash my hands with a little bit of alcohol. You know, and I was super careful when I put the polygel on, so I don't think I really have to go over the edges that much. We might do it a little bit, but not much. Just a little bit to get any big chunks of glue off. So I think these is even shorter than medium, because they'll definitely be by the time I get done, because medium's really too long for me. I have to put that on the highest speed to get that. I don't know what's happened, if the knob's not working or what, but anyway, it is what it is. That's up. I'm liking these. Okay, so probably what I'm going to do is, I don't know if I'm going to put any top coat on these or not. They're so shiny. But I might for strength. But you guys just probably getting tired of listening, tired of watching. So I'm going to call this a video. And y'all have a great day. And I'll probably get bored with these. So we probably are going to do some decorating later. But I need to get to the store, get shopping. So y'all have a great day. And thanks for being with me. And I'll see you next time. Bye.